Live. What is up, everybody? Today we are building, look at this, a Gmail clone using ReactJS. Check this out. In this Gmail clone, literally what's going to happen is it's an exact replica of a Gmail clone that you see right here. This right here, right there, right, what you see is a Gmail directly from Google, correct? But here, this right here is a Gmail that we just built and that you're going to build using ReactJS. How cool is that? Welcome everybody. Hope you're doing amazing. This is Naz and I'm today here with...
What's up, everybody? This is David here, and hope you guys are super excited to learn how to build this Gmail clone with ReactJS and styled components, which is a brand new addition to this channel.
Exactly. Welcome guys. So let's go ahead and get started with this is the Gmail clone that we will be building, just so you guys know as you guys are coming in. All right, I hope you're pumped. Let's get this day started because I am excited to be doing this with you. I hope you're just excited as I am. Are you ready, bro?
I'm excited.
Are you ready? Let's go. So look at this, guys. For those of you who have not seen this Gmail clone, look at this. This is our Gmail clone that we have built, and we're going to be building this in a few different parts. This is right here is part 1, where we'll be building basically the logic right here, the logic for the view. You can see this logic for the view. Today, we're going to be building the view. Then part 2, we're going to be building more complicated things, like, for example, you've been able to click on an email and actually send an email if you want to, right? To be able to click on start, snooze, send, and to be able to see different types of emails, right? It's going to be a humongous project. We're going to have a lot of fun with it. So get your butt strapped, get ready, because this is how we're going to do. Am I right? Hey,
exactly.
What are some comments we got?
By the time we finish up, why do I hear myself?
Okay, cool, guys. So, okay, this is the Gmail clone, just so you guys know, right here. Let me see. This is a Gmail clone right here. The let me see. Let me tune this down for you. This is the Gmail that we are currently have. Like you see, for example, this is David. He just sent me an email. This is a Gmail clone that we will be building. By the way, you're all good? Can you hear me? Yes?
I can, yes.
Okay, good. Just making sure that everything is all right. All right, guys, so let's get this day started. Okay, first things first that you need to go ahead and do is very simple. As you know, in any time when you start a project, what we need to do, of course, is going to be what, David?
So step number 1, obviously, is setting up a ReactJS app, and you can do that by just creating a new folder and typing in whatever Naz is typing on the screen. So npx create-react-app and Gmail clone.
Exactly.
So that will pretty much go ahead, spin up a brand new React app for you, a template React app with the usual blue background, that nice little React logo in the center going around. So that's amazing.
Okay, awesome, sweet. So this is what you want to do. So npx create React app, Gmail clone. That's your first step that you want to go ahead and get started with, right? Open up terminal. Of course, that's the goal here. Now, once you've done that, I can basically just do it with you, but we've already done it with you. We already done it basically. So let's say I have a terminal right here. Let me go ahead and clear this part out. And all you do is simply, for example, let me go ahead and zoom in right here so you can see myself. You can see us better right there. So we'll see, for example, npx, right? npx create-react-app, right? And then you say Gmail clone right there. So that's what you want to say.
Exactly.
Now, granted, there's some things you need to do. You need to have things like, for example, you need to have things like npm installed. So that's really important. So, npm, Node.js right here. You need to have all those installed. Does that make sense? Yes.
100%.
Okay, awesome.
I'm just looking at the comments.
How are the comments,
okay,
guys?
Everything is up and running. Amazing, guys.
So we have a lot of people coming in. Great, guys. Let's go.
Hello, Naz. Smash that like button, because that is the number one way you can get started as a developer.
Tawaski says, no other YouTubers does it like you guys do. Thank you so much. Appreciate all your amazing comments, guys. You guys are always the best, as you know. Okay, beautiful. Cool. Awesome. So let me actually see if I can see the comment. Can I see the comments in here? Let me see.
Yes.
Oh, I'm seeing the comments. Oh, look at this. I see the comments. Yo, oh, look, I can even put them on here. Superb. Let's go. Amazing, clever programmer. Thank you so much. You are superb. That's awesome. So I'm always happy to hear that. Okay. Let me go ahead. Hi. Somebody said hi.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? How are you doing? Hope you're doing great. All right, so really simple. In that case, let's get into it. So we said npx create React app. That's gonna be your first step. And as you see right here, we've already done this, and we have our project right here, right? We have our project right here. Right here. So let's go and close this up. And this project contains a few different things. Contains of an app.js file, contains of an index.js file. This right here, index.js file, is our starter file right here, guys, right? That's our starter file. So just remember that. This starter file is basically where we bind our app. This is called we bind our app here, this app, to something called the root. Now the root right here is when you go to app.js, look at this. Actually, when you go to, when you go to public and you go to index.html, you see how it says div ID root? So index.html is actually the HTML file that your browser watches, right? Your browser is what loads that HTML file. But when you go to div ID root, you see this is div ID root. What happens then is that inside index.js, we have something called get element by ID, as you might know that is by at this point. It will actually get the element, and then React binds that element, that div, to the actual React app. That's how it works. Like, how cool is that, huh? I think that's pretty damn cool, right?
I didn't actually know that.
You didn't know that?
Like,
well,
yeah. I mean, I was just doing all these React stuff.
yeah. Well, there you go. For those of you who don't know what that is, this is how React kind of works, right? It binds it through here. And of course, we have JSX to actually make stuff a lot easier for us. Now, what we have here, this is our app.js file. If we go ahead and actually, let me go ahead and open up the terminal. I will go ahead, right click, open integrate terminal. Inside this terminal, a few things are going to happen. I'm going to say npm start, right? That's what I'm going to say. npm start. That should start our application for us. Would you like to run another port? I will say yes. You most likely will not have that option or that issue, but just keep that in mind. Cool. And we have ourselves, let's go, an npx create JavaScript.
Yes.
Right? npx create React app. How about that? There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Exactly. And of course, guys, very important. Now, by the way, we don't have a link to anywhere right now, right? We don't have a link to our challenge, do we? Below?
Yes, we do.
By the way, guys, really quickly, very important. We have a free 5-day React.js challenge coming up Monday, February 22nd through February 26th. It's going to be a ton of fun. You will get to build things like Slack clone. You will get to learn React. You will get to go ahead and learn how to build with components, how to use Redux, style components, all this other stuff. So completely free 5-day React.js challenge. Link is down below in description. Go ahead and join. Trust me, this is something you will not, believe me, you will not regret. Okay, so just go right now, go ahead before we get started. Trust me, it's gonna be a lot of fun. But other than that, what's up?
This is the second link down below.
Second link down below.
If you check it,
second link down below.
Exclamation mark right in front of it, so you can see it.
Exactly.
Make sure to just click it and register.
Exactly. So that's the one. Let me go ahead. Hello. Oh, can you hear me? Go ahead. Talk.
Yep.
Yeah. Good. So yeah, guys, really important. Again, Slack loan, 5 days, free React.js challenge. Okay, we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna be learning not only how to build a Slack project, we're also going to learn how to go ahead and actually, make money as a developer, how to become a 6-figure developer as well. It's a very important just challenge. Get in there. Guys, if you're not in there, what are you still doing? Come on. All right. Anyways, that's it for today. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right. So we did npm start to go ahead and start our project. And what is the next thing that we should be doing, David? What do you think?
So right now we should be going ahead and just pretty much cleaning up the whole application, and I'll just get started with that. What do you say?
Okay, let's get started. So let's go ahead and clean up this application. Exactly.
Okay.
You can see David here.
Pretty much.
Yeah, go ahead. He's going to go ahead and remove the header and all this other stuff, which is the boilerplate, which is we don't need that right now, right? So right there.
Exactly.
So
we don't need any of those stuff. That's pretty much just for the template app that you can see on the left-hand side. And right now, because I saved it, it's now gone and the whole thing is completely white.
Exactly.
And now, next up, what we can do is we can go into the file explorer. If you can open it up.
Right there.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yes. And there are a few test files. So number one is app.test.js. We can pretty much go ahead and just get rid of that.
Okay, I got you.
As well as logo.svg.
Okay.
And setup.test.js.
Okay.
We don't need any of these files for this project.
So basically, bye-bye all these files. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Adios.
Bye-bye.
Sayonara, baby. Okay, anyways. Bye-bye.
Exactly.
Do popatrzenia. Pa-pa.
Come on.
It's Ukrainian, man. Come on.
I was speaking Czech here, bro.
Anyways, guys, so cool. So we got that. We deleted all the files. Now let's go ahead and get started and build our first component, right?
We're still not done with the cleanup process, by the way.
No? ¿Por qué no?
Because we need, porque tenemos que go into app.css.
Okay, let's
and
go
delete everything in there.
Okay, so let's go ahead and go to app.css. Okay, go ahead. Cool.
Yep. Boom.
Oh,
just like that.
Delete everything. Okay. One thing we do like to do is we like to do add margin 0 for everything. So we just like to say something like this. So we'll say, for example, margin. Oh, this is not margin. Come on! I hate it when they just kind of like margin right there. 0. Boom, boom, boom. Awesome, sweet. So that kind of removes the margin and everything because things like headers, things like p tags, things, all of those, they have margin, guys. Okay, and so we try to remove them for that purpose. Okay, awesome. So we save that, save everything, save everything we have. Cool. We have app.css, and look at that. He is already running. He's already typing up Clever Programmer right here, and you can see if I save my app.js file, we should see Clever Programmer on here, but we technically don't see the Clever Programmer on here. Is there a reason why we don't see Clever Programmer on here?
I mean, sometimes you need to refresh the whole thing.
Okay, let's just refresh. There we go. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. And cool. So, all right. So the first thing we need to build is, what do you think, guys? The first thing we need to do. Of course, when we go ahead and create any project, we need to think about a few different things. And one really important thing being actually just how it's structured, right? So if we look at our, for example, application, a few things happens here. If you think about the structure of our app, right, we have things, for example, like the header right here, right? This is the header, okay? Okay, let me go ahead and freeze this. This right here is the header right there. That's the header, okay? So we need to build the header. After that, what do we have? We have things like a sidebar. You see the sidebar right here? That's a sidebar right here, correct? Right? Then we have something called, what is this? What is this called? This is, I think of it as like emails. Think of it as just email container, right? Can we think of it like that? Yeah?
Yeah, I called it emails view.
Yeah, so an email container, exactly. So that's what we're going to do, all right? Next, we have what? What is this called? What should we call this, David?
I mean, I think the easiest way to call it is just side icons.
Side
it's basically
icons?
just a few icons that take you to other Google
That sounds weird.
like
that sounds weird. Side icons? I don't know.
Tasks.
Okay, so side icons,
like,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like, oh, we got 20 donation. Let's go.
Yo.
Woo. That's just what, 20 euros? I'm not sure what that is. 20 something. Super chat. I'm Shesh.
It's 20 cents.
20 cents. Okay, thank you so much for 20 cents.
20 Indian rupees. Thank you so much, bro.
Appreciate it, as
we
always.
really appreciate it, yeah.
Of course. Awesome. Sweet. So, cool. All right, let's get this party started right away. So we figured that part out. Okay, that's really, really important. Next thing, of course, as we go into more components, we have components, for example, like a logo component, right? We have things like an input component, right? We have things like the icons component where all of our icons, your gear icon will always be used, right? So that's really important.
Exactly.
And of course, we have individual email components. Now, why are we specifically talking about those? That's a good question, right? It's because when you build projects in React, you want to split them up into components, right? Into small little sections, right? That's always the goal of ReactJS. Components. Just think about it like that, okay?
You build components with components.
Exactly. Yeah? You build components with components. So that's always the goal, right? So let's go ahead and keep this going right here. All right, so we got this component. The first component we're going to be working on today is which component, David?
We are going to be first building the header.
Exactly. So we're going to be building the header component, which is this one right here. So you can see I'm kind of clicking through it. That's going to be the component we'll build right now. All right. In that case, let's just go straight into it. To build a header component, what we need to do is actually create a header component that kind of looks like this. So we'll say header. Not like this. We'll say header. Boom. And we'll close it out, right? We'll close it out. Now, of course, this means a header component right here. But just because we added this does not mean that it's there. Because what we need to do is we need to go now back to our source folder, and we need to create a new file called header.js. Okay, this is going to be our header component. Now, inside header.js, we need to create a function now component. Okay, that's what we now need to do. So to create a function component, what are we going to use?
We're just going to use the extension and just type in RAFCE.
Exactly.
And it's going to do its thing.
It's a beautiful extension. What is the extension called, by the way? Anybody know?
It's ES7 React Redux.
Yeah.
GraphQL.
Yeah.
Snippets,
ES7. Just you can search that up.
So yeah, if you search up ES7 snippets, or maybe you add React as well, it's gonna do it. Yeah. And you can just type in RAFCE because that way it will create an arrow function.
Exactly. And so now if you do RFCE, by the way, we have 369 viewers. Let's go. Whoa. You guys are epic. Let's also like the video just to help us out. Much really appreciate it. Like this video, subscribe from videos like this, guys, of course. But like. That way, that way it gets out to more viewers, and that way, we defeat this YouTube algorithm, which is so mean to us sometimes. But it's okay. We still live with it. We love you at YouTube sometimes.
Sometimes not.
Cool. So you can type into something like RFCE right here.
Yep.
And that will actually create the component for you right there. See, now this is what we have. So now we have our header component. Okay, cool. All right. So now
let me do a little bit of organizing in the folders section, just because.
Okay. Go ahead.
Make sure everything is at its place.
Go ahead.
So Nas just threw in the header.js file, which is amazing, but I kind of like things kept tidy.
Okay,
so
let's go
to
ahead.
have a folder for components, right? And everything that is actually going to be a layout component, like a whole something, I like to have them a separate folder. Okay, so I'll create a layout folder inside of components.
So here, this is the components folder, guys, and then inside the components folder, he will create a layouts folder right here. You see a layouts folder right there. And then what I would just do is pretty much just drag and drop the header into layout, and that will pretty much do its thing. And now my file is there. There we go. And so now the components is inside layout. I'm not sure why it shows us like the way it shows is so weird sometimes in Visual
because we don't have any other
that's true.
Folder in there, but we will actually create it, and then it will show normally.
Just know that it's inside the layouts folder. Okay, that's the only thing you have to understand. Okay,
exactly.
Cool. So header.js, and again, we do this for cleanliness purposes. That's always the goal here. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and let's do this. So Command A, Command C, because for some reason that one got deleted. So Command V. This is our header component. Beautiful. So let's go ahead and save this one. Cool. So you can see now this is the header component that's in here. And if we go to our React app, it says header is not defined. Now, why is that the case? Because if we go now to app.js, you can see right there, right? We need to import our header. That's the first thing we need to do. So let's go ahead and import our header. So we can say import header from where? Let me go ahead and remove this. From what?
It's like
components.
It's the components folder, and inside of layout, and then you just
slash what? You see header right there. And this will actually import our header component. This is how we use you do that in React.js. Okay, look at that. Now it's so good. So that way, if I go to header.js right here, if I type in something like, for example, h1 cp, right? If I save that, right? Now you see cp right there, right? cp right there. That's how that works. Okay, let's go back to our header.js, app.js. So now this way we can now work in very simple parallels. We can now focus on specific components and work directly with them without having to try to look at the big picture too much, right? That's the cool part. Next up, inside the components, let's create header.css just to make sure we have a CSS file, correct? Oh, actually, no, we don't need to do header.css.
We are not doing header CSS because we are doing something fresh.
Let's go. We're going to install components, which is we don't need a CSS file. Now,
exactly.
You might be confused, but trust me, you're going to be so happy when you see this. Trust me. So, okay. All right. What is the first thing we need to create, David? Tell me.
So step number 1, you just want to go ahead and install styled components.
Yes. So let's go ahead and install styled components.
That's step number 1.
So let's go ahead and do this. We're going to open up a new terminal here. Okay. And we'll do npm install, correct? Install. And what is the style? Is it style dash components?
I think so.
Styled dash components.
Yeah, I think it's styled components. Yeah. style dash components.
There we go.
And what it will do, guys, is pretty much you can define the CSS inside of the JavaScript file, which will make your code a lot more.
What?
I mean, it's going to be confusing at the very beginning, but once you get a hold of it, it's going to be amazing because you can literally forget about all the HTML tags, and you can create your own tags.
Exactly.
So that's going to be epic.
Exactly. It's going to be really, 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 really epic. Trust me, something you've never seen before. We're going to write CSS in JavaScript. How cool is that, right? So that's going to be the really cool part. Cool. So awesome. So we did an NPM, and let's go now. We need to go ahead and now import style components, right? So how do we do that?
So you just want to say import styled from styled components, and
styled
that's going to do it.
And we say something like styled components right there. Okay.
Dash components.
Cool. So now, So now we're in the now we are inside our header. Inside our wrapper, the first thing we're going to create is we're going to create a wrapper right here. You see that, guys? A wrapper. And the wrapper is just going to wrap the whole header component, right? When we create the wrapper, we're going to now, you can see that the way he did it is almost like a component, right? But it's going to be a style component. And the way we do that is we simply go to const wrapper right there down below, okay? And then we say style.div. So instead of basically doing div and then putting a class on it, okay, what we do with that is we create a wrapper, almost like component, right? Style component inside our JS file right here, and then we say that it's a div. So if we take a look at this now, so if I save this, right, let's go save this. You see nothing is in here. But what I can do, for example, is I can say, for example, let's just have an example. I'll say here background. Look at this, color, and I will say, for example, here background color, and I will say orange, because why not? Okay, orange. See right there, I just said background color orange, and I can even give it a height. Let's say height of, let's say 200 pixels. Like, how sick is that? Like, that is so sick, honestly, for us to be able to see all of this just like that so easily. It's insane. And then I don't have to do a CSS file, no nothing. So let's go ahead. We don't need this, of course. We don't need, what do we need for in this case?
Ooh, let's actually go through the whole structure of the header, because then it will start to make sense why we do what we do.
Okay. So the structure of the header that we're going to create, of course, is initially going to be the logo wrapper right there. So it's going to be a logo wrapper. That's going to contain our icon right here and the Gmail logo. So you can see here, what David is doing is he's creating a logo wrapper right there. Okay. And then inside here, he's going to create this icon, we'll call it the hamburger menu. Okay. And then we're going to create after that added simply an image of our Gmail logo right there. Okay. What kind of tool there we go. Beautiful. So he's done it right here. Div is going to be a menu icon, and then image source is going to be right here. Now, the
menu icon is going to be imported from Material UI.
Exactly.
So we will just wait for that a little. But by the way, I will actually drop a link for in the chat, and that's going to be the source of the what's that? The logo.
Oh, the source, the logo. Awesome. Thanks. So
yeah, I'm just gonna drop it in the chat so you guys can.
And if you can
copy and go with it.
If you can find it, just go to like Gmail, type in Gmail logo into and that's pretty much just do images. Gmail logo. You can just copy something like this, for example. Okay, that's a Gmail logo right there. So
I think that's exactly the one.
Yeah, it's pretty much the one. So don't worry so much about that, okay? Awesome. All right, cool. We got that. Let's go ahead and install our menu icon, actually. Can we do that? Let's install our menu icon.
Yeah, we can totally do that.
So, again, we're going to use Material UI icons. Material UI icons. Right there. Okay, icons right there. That's okay, Material UI icons. Right there. Cool. To install Material icons, of course, you need to install Material UI icons, and you need to install Material UI as a package, correct? Yes or no?
Yeah, you need to install the core, and then you can install the icons.
So let's install the core. To install the core, like you see here, I go to Material UI, right there. To install the core, all I simply say is like this: npm install, right there, Material UI core. So let's go ahead and do that. That's not what I want. Let's go ahead and go Command V into our terminal, and we say enter. npm install Material UI core. That's going to be the first part. All right. Installing that. You can see. Hopefully you can see the bottom portion. I know we've kind of run the right-hand side portion. All right, then what we have, let me go ahead and put this art on the left hand side so we can see us better right there.
You can pretty much just hit an up arrow and then delete core
Sure.
and then type in icons.
And now we say
just,
icons right there.
Yeah. It just makes things super easy.
Nice. So we can install that. That's going to be sick. All right. Oh, I love this song. It's so good. Hey.
Dylan sits.
Boy, beautiful. So we got that portion all figured out. Let's go ahead and actually import our icon that we need to use. And the icon that we're going to be using, if we go and search up for, let's say, material UI icons.
Yeah, actually, this time what we will use here is going to be the menu icon. I can just pretty much go ahead and drop it over
and
there.
Look at this. If I search up menu right there, menu, this is where, see, it says menu. If I click on this one, it tells us right there, import menu icon from material UI icons. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Right there. Beautiful. Right there. See?
Yeah, now we can just say menu icon and then close it.
There
and we will be good.
That's it, pretty much. You can see right there. Boom, right there. Done. Donezo. Donezo, kaput, kapusta. That's it. We're done. Okay? So
let's check out how the application
let's see how it looks like. Okay. It says logo wrappers are defined.
Yeah, because that's actually the thing with styled components. You need to pretty much define all these wrappers and custom tags.
Always.
So it's just something that you shouldn't freak out if your app freaks out.
Yeah.
It's probably because you forgot one of these.
Pretty much, guys, every single time that you go ahead and you have a div, you're going to create a style component for it. Does that make sense? Makes sense, yes.
Exactly.
Okay,
yes.
Awesome. So we got that. Let's go ahead and save that portion. All right. Oh, we get the Gmail icon right there. Beautiful.
Let's go.
Awesome.
That's what's up.
Nice. What's the next thing? Should we get the search
so
wrapper?
Next up, we will do the search wrapper. Okay. And that will actually be a little crazy. That will have a few different things in there. So first we will have the search wrapper, right?
Right there. And the one we're going to create is this wrapper right here. So see this right here, this right here, the search input. That's going to be the we call it the search wrapper. So can we think about this again? Right here.
Now inside of that,
go ahead.
We need to see that little gray thing. That's going to be the search bar wrapper.
Yes.
Oops.
Yeah, because the search wrapper is just going to basically be just like a div that's going to contain the input right there, and then the input itself is just going to be this part right here, right? That's going to be the search bar wrapper that you have right here, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then notice that up here on line 5, I just imported another icon, but from material UI icons.
Where is that?
And that's going.
Yeah. Oh, with the search icon, beautiful. Okay.
Yeah, and that's going to be the search icon. So that's going to be that little magnifying glass
right there
up top.
Yep. Which is going to take you to here. Exactly. See? Right there. Exactly. Awesome. Yeah. Sweet. Cool. So
and now comes a input tag, which is going to have a text. Nope. It's going to have a type of text.
Nice.
And we'll have a placeholder of search mail, right? Because that's what we have in Gmail, right?
Beautiful. Search mail.
And just close it, and we will have one more, which is going to be the expand more icon. I just put it down below search icon. And there will be that little down-looking arrow-ish.
Wait, the one you're talking about, this one right here, correct? This one right here. Beautiful.
Yes.
So this is the one you're talking about. So you can see we created 3 different components, okay? One component is going to be, if we look at this, right? This is going to be the what? This is going to be the search icon. This is going to be the input, and this is going to be the actual expand more icon. You can see that how everything here is pretty much a component, okay? Component. Okay, just keep that in your mind. Component. Right? And just all it is just boxes. It's just rectangles. That's all pretty much it, right? Not a big deal at all. Cool. All right. Next up. So we got those. Now, do we need to create, of course, I'm guessing style components for them, right?
Yeah, let's actually do that right now while we are at it.
So let's go ahead.
We will need to have a what's happening? We will need to have a const of search wrapper, right?
How do people see my email? I already have people sending me emails. What the heck? How? Where does he show it? Where? You guys are sneaky. I don't even see where it is. But anyways, okay, let's keep going.
I mean, guys, let's just
Don't send me
spam
emails,
Naz's
okay?
email.
Don't send me emails, guys.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, let's go ahead and keep going. So search wrapper anyway. So search wrapper, that's gonna be the first one I'm going to create, which is this one right there. So we have a style component right there. But you misspelled const. Hold on. Let me type. Okay.
No.
Next up, I'm going to create an X. That's pretty much it. We don't need to create a search icon.
No. We have we have the search bar wrapper as well.
Oh, this one. Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Right here.
That's another div.
Oh, we got a super chat from I am Raven. Thank you so much. You are the best, my friend. Appreciate the donation as always. Whew.
Cool.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Let's check out how our app looks like.
Okay, let's take a look at this and we'll save this right now. Save that right now. Let's go back to our React app, and this is what we have. I know. It looks hideous.
I think it's production ready.
Yeah, okay, let's put it in production. Okay, let's deploy. That's fine. That's fine. So we got that. Next up, let's create a next part, which is going to be what? Which is going to be these icons right
wrapper.
here.
Yes.
You see these icons right here. This is the one we're going to create. Okay. All right. Awesome. Sweet. So,
exactly. Go ahead. So that actually will have just, I think, like 4 different material UI icons.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab all of those and then put them onto line 8. So if you can scroll up a little. And
okay. Oh, that's another icon. Okay, so we have check this out. So we have the help outline icon, which is going to be this specific one. Okay. Then we have the settings icon, which is going to be this one. Then we have the apps icon. Is it this one?
No, it's different. Yes, the apps icon is going to be that 9 little dots.
Oh, this one right here. Okay, this one.
Yeah.
And then the account circle icon is going to be this one right here. Right there. Beautiful. Okay. Pretty simple. Okay, let's go ahead. And again, we imported all those from Material UI, as you can see right here. Okay, next up. So we have the icons wrapper, and that's going to wrap all those icons.
Go ahead and throw them in there.
Beautiful. Settings icon, apps icon, account icon. Beautiful. And let's go ahead let me go ahead and put this here. Okay. For the icons wrapper, let's go ahead and create a style deal. So I'm going to say, let me create this. So I'm going to say, damn it.
Go on.
Icons wrapper is going to be equal to styled.div, guys. Styled.div right there. Beautiful. Okay. So now go ahead and save this. And if we go back to our React app, this is what we have. You can see, again, it looks hideous. That's completely fine. Completely fine, right? Oh, we have another super chat. Thank you so much. Ayusha, super chat. Let's not talk about that, right? Bruce. You guys, that's a different explanation. So let's go ahead. Let's focus more so on what we're doing right now, okay? So thank you so much. Cool. Let's go ahead and keep going. Let's now go ahead and style these specific portions, okay? Let's style these specific portions. So we have what? We have the wrapper. And what are we going to be using for this wrapper just in general? Let's think about this, huh?
So yeah, that's actually another new thing on the channel. Like we're going hard on CSS today because we always use display flex, but it's just outdated and not that cool. So we will use display grid.
Okay, let's go ahead and try that. So display grid. So inside the wrapper, let's go ahead and do what? Display.
So
go ahead, you do it.
You typing?
You typing. Go type.
Okay, or type. Okay. So we will just say display, and instead of flex, we will type in grid, right? And that's actually a new something you can pretty much go ahead and search up the documentation.
Correct.
But you should think about it as a display flex row and a display flex column combined. So it has the power of both of those, and it's just super useful, especially if you want to create flexible websites.
Yeah, you can see, for example, here, this is the cool part about this is that I can create these grids right here just by saying, for example, display grid, and I can even give it like rows. So for example, hey, I will have columns, and the first column is going to be 40 pixels. So if I zoom in on here, for example, you can see here, it says the first column is going to be 40 pixels, then the second column is going to be 50 pixels, then the middle column is going to be auto right here, and then third column is going to be 50, and then back to 40. That's a really cool part. This stuff you can define is just simply by using CSS. How insane is that? I think so. I think that's pretty insane, okay? All right. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and continue on.
Yeah. So once we are cool with that,
Okay.
we need to ensure that the how do you say that? All
The
these
what?
as like we have those columns set up
Yeah.
in the
So let's
header.
think about this. Which columns we want to set up? Well, we have a few columns. One is going to be this column,
Yep.
right?
And we know that it's
This
going to
one,
be like
then
270
this one, and then
pixels
this one. So
ish.
there's 3 columns that we need to create. And so to define those 3 columns is pretty simple. If you look at our guide, you see how it says grid template columns. Let's define them. You can see here, David is typing grid template columns right there, which is exactly what we're typing right here, right there. And we're going to define it 270 pixels, auto 170. So what does this mean? This means that,
So it means
hold on. This means that if we go ahead and refresh this, let's go ahead and refresh this. I'll save this right there. These means a few seconds. You see, by the way, it right away went to its places, right? If I go to, for example, let me go. No, that's not what I want. If I, for example, go to and I say arrow, okay, you can see here that 270. This is this one. That's this right here column. Then the auto is gonna be the auto, so it's gonna be changed depending on the size.
It's like flex 1. Actually.
Exactly, it's like flex 1. It's going to change depending on the size, and then 170 pixels. That's going to be this one. Okay. Make sense, guys? This is how the cool part about display grid with grid columns. Okay, awesome. Let's go ahead and keep going, David.
Okay, so once we are cool with that, we want to actually add a little bottom border, which is going to be 1 pixel solid, and it's going to be light gray. It's just a nice little touch that what the guys over at Google did to Gmail. They have this bottom border, so we would just go ahead and type in border bottom, and it will be a 1 pixel solid and light gray.
Yeah, right there. So let's go ahead.
Bam.
Go. So don't want that. So if we go to here, you see now we have a very light border at the bottom here. Beautiful. Okay.
All coming together.
Nice. I like it. Okay, let's keep going.
Right?
Keep going.
Now we will give it a height of 70 pixels, right?
That's okay, because again, here height we have also around 70 pixels right here. Beautiful, right there. Awesome. All right.
Exactly.
Nice.
And we want to align the items to center, so that means vertically everything is going to be centered out, and it's not going to have this roller coaster style.
Exactly. So you want to basically want to vertically center align everything, right? Pretty simply. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at what David is doing here. Align item center. Beautiful. And you can see now it's still not as pretty as we want it to be. So if we refresh this, right, still as pretty as we want it to be, but that's completely fine because let's go and right click and inspect down on this one.
Exactly, because the thing is that is like the logo just messes up the whole thing. But we will fix it.
Don't worry, we'll fix everything, right? So let me make this larger. Oh, boom. It's larger. Okay, cool. So you can see now this is what we got. Now we have this specific. You can see now this is a grid. You can see how it's outlining the grid right there. This is the grid. You can see this is going to be the logo wrapper. Then right here, let me go ahead and move myself more to the middle, maybe right here, so you guys can see our better. We have this specific portion logo wrapper. Then we have the search wrapper, and then of course everything else. Now the reason why it's at the bottom right now is because this thinking Gmail icon is pushing everything to the bottom. Okay, pushing everything to the bottom. So let's change that right now.
I just want to add a little quick disclaimer. If you are using Safari, it's not acting up like that.
Just don't worry about the Safari. Okay, let's keep going. Nobody cares about Safari. Gosh darn it, David.
Okay, so next up, we can get started. Like, we're cool with the overall wrapper styling. Yes. Let's dive into the logo wrapper, right? Yes. That part exactly. Yes. So we will go deeper and deeper, and let's just get started.
Let's go.
So the logo wrapper is gonna have a height of 45 pixels.
Beautiful.
Right.
Okay.
Obviously, we are going to use display grid.
Okay.
Just for the sake of learning.
Because it's so good.
Yep. And we will have we will actually go ahead and define again the columns. So it's going to be like we will have a grid template columns, right?
Because right now it's pretty much in rows. You can see here, right? This is in rows. You have row 1, then row 2. So by putting into a column, we can put it into columns. You can see right there. So let's do that right now.
Yeah. Okay. So the first column is going to take up 25% of the width of the
Okay.
whole wrapper.
Good.
And the other one is going to use flex 1. So basically use up all the other space.
Good.
And this is, yeah, go on.
Go ahead. Keep going.
Oh, yeah. Let's save and let's see if it fixes, because we might need to add the other div.
So we don't have that
so
specifically. You see, that's just still. Because I think you misplaced grid template columns. You didn't say it right. Because you did not type it right there. Template.
Ooh.
Right there.
Ah, okay.
Hey, there we go. Now, of course, the issue here is how this Gmail clone is still way too large, right? We don't need that, guys. We don't want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this image into a div, just like David did here, right here. We're going to wrap this image, but we're going to wrap this image into a style component. So I will say, for example, here, let me type this, and I will say here, logo. I will say logo, for example, here, right there. That's the logo. Okay, beautiful. So, okay, logo not defined. That's completely fine. Then I go here to the bottom, and I say here, let's go ahead and do const logo equals styled.div right there. And I will say right there, and now I'm going to give it my what's it called? My items that I want. So look at this. Cool. Beautiful. So now what's going to happen in this logo? Well, it's pretty simple. In this logo, I'm going to give it a number one height of 45 pixels. 45 pixels. Okay, right there. Save that. Okay, that way our logo is 45 pixels, and you can see here right now. See, it's 45 pixels, but the Gmail actual logo image is not actually 45 pixels, unfortunately. So what we can do is check this out. Just by saying things like this is where we're going to mix display flex and the logo. Look at this. I will say here, display flex. Look at that, display flex, and then I will type in after that right there. Good. So save that. Okay, and look at that right away. Gmail goes straight to its position, right away. That's the cool part about it. We just said display flex, boom, it is right there. And of course, and we can give it applause for us, which is amazing. Hey, there we go. Now let's get going.
Hey.
So we had that display flex, which is awesome. Let's go ahead and now put this specific icon in its rightful place as well.
Okay, so what we are going to do is actually go back to the logo wrapper, and we will get started with a nesting CSS into each other, and it's going to be epic.
Okay, let's do it.
So inside of the logo wrapper, I want to go ahead up here and just show it visually. So if you can scroll up.
Right there.
Yeah. So the area that I highlighted, so if you see inside of logo wrapper, we have this other div inside of that. So that's exactly what we will do inside of the logo wrapper. Okay?
Yes.
So let's go down and let's take a look at that.
Okay.
So what we would do in here is we would just type in div, because we are targeting the div inside of the logo wrapper. Does it make sense? I hope it does.
Yeah, so we're targeting this specific div right there. See this div right there? Okay, cool.
Yep. And what we will say is we will go ahead and say display grid once again. And this is where the power of display grid comes in, because you know what, display flex, you would have to say justify content center and then align items center, and that way it would be centered both horizontally and vertically.
Correct.
But with display grid, we can say place dash items and then just say center. And it would just go ahead and both vertically and horizontally center it. So if we go ahead and save it, I think it should.
Hey, it sounded, but again, then that screwed up the Gmail, because this div not only did it affect the logo, right, but it also affected it affected this icon and also affected this. So it kind of overrode the flex that we had before, which is the issue, right? So to prevent that, all we simply say, we say here the menu. So we say, for example, we create a new one called menu right there. See, just like that. Okay. And this down the menu icon is inside that right there. And so what we do now is go ahead and create a new const menu style component right here. We'll say style.div. Beautiful. Yeah. Style.div. Beautiful. And inside now that, what we're going to create is we will go ahead and now say display grid just for that menu. So we'll say display grid. Okay. Grid. Place items. What is it called? Place item center, right?
Center.
Place item
Yeah,
center.
place
right
dash item center.
right there. So
Exactly.
Place item center. Boom, right there. So
Bang.
let's go and save that.
Just like that.
And of course, not done yet. Hold on. Now we need to remove this portion. Boom. Remove this portion. Save that. And look at that. Now, this is exactly what we want. Right? Look at that. So now, we have our Gmail icon right here. Right there. We have our menu icon. And it looks pretty damn good. Like, that is pretty sick, I would say, right? Like, look at this. I mean, compared to what we have here, it's pretty much fucking the same thing.
I think it even looks
Like,
better.
it even looks better. Like, how cool what? Like, guys.
What's up,
Let's see.
Google?
What's up, Google? Yeah, watch out for us. Watch out for us. We're coming. We're coming, Google. That's how good we are.
Exactly.
That's how good we are. Awesome. Thank you so much. So many amazing comments, guys. You guys rock. Awesome. Thank you so much for the amazing comments. Beautiful. So we got that specific part. Next up, let's go ahead and work on the next portion, which is going to be this input portion right here. Let's work on this input portion right here. Okay?
Exactly. Now, we don't actually need to worry about the search wrapper because normally if we use display flex, we would have to add flex of 1. But since we have done that up in the wrapper with the grid template columns auto, we don't have to worry about that. So we can just pretty much skip it. But it's actually nice that we defined it. So we can go into search bar.
This auto right here, guys, will define the width of this search wrapper. That's the cool part about it, because the search wrapper is just another column. You see, it's just another column.
Everything to the side.
Beautiful. Okay, let's keep going.
All right, let's keep going. So next up, we will go into the search bar wrapper. Right, not that one. We're gonna leave it out.
Okay.
Yeah. And we're going to go into the search bar wrapper, so that one. And for that, we will actually give a nice little background color. Yes.
Nice.
And it will, actually, that will be the whole wrapper. So for that, we will have this sort of light grayish color, which is going to be it's going to be F1, F3, F4.
Yep. Nice. Beautiful. Okay, good.
Good.
And
it will have a width of 750 pixels.
Right. Okay.
So that way it just goes all the way out, and it has a fixed width.
Now, should we have... Okay, later on, maybe we can not do a fixed width later on, but that's okay. Don't worry about that. So we'll do that something later.
I mean, for now, it's good.
Now it's good. Let's go. Keep going.
Yeah, and this will have display grid as well.
Again, the reason why is because you can see here, right? You can see here that we have one column, second column, and third column. And this is what we're going to use display grid in these situations like this, okay?
Exactly. And right now, the grid template column,
yes. It's going to be what?
It's going to be 10%, then auto.
10% for this.
7%.
Auto for this. So it's going to be 10% for this, auto for this, and 7% for this. Meaning that this is 10%, right? Then we have basically a 90. This is going to be 80, or actually, hold on. This is going to be 87%. Oh, no, 83%. No. 83, yes. 83.
Yeah.
And this will be 7%. You see that? That's how that works with auto. Now, I kind of want to change this to 100% though. I don't want to keep it constant. I kind of just want to do it like this, because right there, see, I think that makes it a little bit better.
So the reason we can't make it 100% is that, go back to Gmail, please.
Okay, let's see this.
So if you go back to the original Gmail and actually full screen it.
This is original.
No, just full screen the app.
Do I have to?
Yeah, because it will prove the point.
Well, yeah. Okay, so I see what you mean. So basically, it sets a max. So here's what we can do. To do that, we can set a max width of 750 pixels. Look at this, right? So we can say, for example, if I go to React app, I can say something like, yes, the width is 100. So we can say, for example, width 100%, but I can say max width. Max width.
Max width is 750.
Yep, 750 pixels. And so that means now, if I go ahead and expand this, look at this. If I expand this, it will only expand to 750. Boom, right there. See? Yeah,
Dang.
pretty cool,
So
huh?
That's what 10 years of experience.
Yeah. Right? You tend to do this kind of stuff often, and then you learn how to do it, right? So right there. But there we
Now
go.
I see why you are the instructor inside of our course, Profit with JavaScript, which is linked down below.
Hey, link down below, guys. Profit PWJ, one of the best courses out there on the planet. Literally, no, not one of the best, the best course
The best
on the planet to become a JavaScript developer. Okay, keep going.
All right, cool. So next up, we will do place items center, right? So just so we have everything centered out and we don't have to worry about centering them in any ways. So we would just type in place items, center, and I made a typo again. Cool. And we will give this one a height of 45 pixels as well, and give it a border radius. Radius of 6 pixels.
Again, and how he kind of is doing it, right? Because he's giving the height just how we have in the original Gmail, right? Then he's centering everything, so to make sure that everything is centered, right? Like this right here. So make sure it's all centered. And border radius is to make it kind of this concave portion right here. See, kind of like rounds up very nicely. That's the border radius portion. Okay, let's keep going. Let's go and save this.
We just got a troll in the comments. Somebody registered a new Google account called Gmail, and he goes like, "Hey guys, why are you copying us?"
That's funny. That's hilarious. I love that. Okay, cool. So look at this. Now this looks very, very similar to what we have inside the Gmail original icon. Like that is pretty sick, I will say. That's pretty sick, guys. Really important, guys. We are now at how many likes are we at? How many likes are we at?
I don't even know.
We are at 552 likes. Let's go. Let's go. Let's keep those likes going. Let's keep it to let's take this to 600, guys. You guys got to 600. Like this video. Come on. 600. I know you got this. I know you got this. 600 likes. Come on. Come on.
We have somebody who says, "I am 11 years old and I love this channel." How sick is that? How cool is that?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, where is that? I'm trying to find that
amazing
comment. Oh, you guys are amazing. 572. Let's go. 572 comments. Keep it up. Keep it up.
595.
596. Come on. Can we get to 600? Can we get to 600? Come on. Come on. Hey, let's go. Woo. Hey, That's what I'm talking about. That's okay. Anyways, let's keep going. You guys are the best. Always let me make sure. All right. Okay. Oh, good. All right. Moving on.
Someone goes, "I'm 2 years old." Okay.
Okay, that's fine too. All right. So we've got that.
So we will go ahead and start nesting CSS once again. Now we will target the input field in the middle, and we will give it a width of 100%. So basically, it will take up as much space as it actually can.
Right.
And next up, we will give it a height of 30 pixels. So it will almost take up the whole wrapper, but it's, oh my God, what's wrong with the indentation? And then we will give it a background of none. So that way we don't have that ugly background look to it. We will also delete the border. So we will give that a border of none as well.
Look at that.
And we will give it a font size of 18 pixels. So basically we will just make it a little bit bigger.
Look at that, beautiful.
And now what we need to do is add a column focus, because Naz, if you actually go ahead and click inside of the
yeah, you see how that you see how it has that orange.
That looks ugly.
It looks like it looks horrible. Like it's like
yeah.
You can almost make.
How do you know somebody is a beginner web developer and actually haven't watched our channel?
Yeah.
They leave it there.
So again, and the way we can actually track it to make sure the way it works if I inspect down on this one, you can see, right? I go the input. I can actually force, look at it. I can force hover, or I can force focus, right? I force focus right here. And then let's go force not for state focus within active. No?
Yeah, because I actually
man,
the outline.
Hold on.
Come on.
Oh, there. See, if I force focus, you can see now. If I scroll down, you can see it says outline. You see, focus visible. Hold on. Go back to here. See, it says focus. Where is it?
Where is it? Oh my God.
For state.
Where is it?
Hold on. For state. Hold on. Focus. Let's do it one more time. For state. Focus. No? Okay. Right there. So you can see here. Oh. You saw it right there. It said grid outline offset. So outline right there. That's how we go ahead and we go to outline. We go outline and we set. Okay, fine. Okay, fine, David. You do what you want to do.
Come on.
Gosh darn it. So save that. Okay, save that. And this is what we have. So now we have no outline. It's exactly what we want. Now we need. Okay.
Looks sick.
Look how sick that looks. That looks pretty sick, I would say. Should we change the colors of these icons a little bit? I think these icons are a little bit more like orange.
Yes, I think so.
Look, I can actually go. I can actually inspect them on this icon that we currently have inside in the original Gmail, right? Literally, we're hacking a little bit here, but that's completely fine. And then look, I have the color right here, 5F6368. So I will go ahead and copy this, and now
just copy it, and I will give you the actual what's that called, div that you want to target, because Material UI Icons has this MUI SVG icon dash root.
Yes.
And for that, we will need to give a color, and that's where you put it. Yes. I think so.
There's multiple ways you can put that, but let's put that there. There's multiple ways you can put that actually. There's one.
I think this is how you do it.
Well, there's. I
might be wrong.
I mean, so there's actually a few ways you can do it. One way, because you can do it this way, and so now you can see the icon there. Another way you can actually do is check this out, guys. Here, you want to see something cool? Look, so here's what you do. Okay. You can do, for example, let's say I can do it here. I can say, for example, search. Okay, right? And what that's going to happen is that's actually going to be the search icon wrapper. Look at this. You'll see what I mean.
That's way too much.
Hold on. That's not it. Hold on. Wrapper.
Okay.
Then what I do is I go to search icon wrapper. I scroll down. This is the cool part about style components. So watch this carefully, okay? I can do const, and I say search icon wrapper, right? Icon wrapper. Wrapper equals, look at this, styled. Check this out. Styled search icon. And now inside here, I can define the color of this.
Dang, bro.
I can define.
What's happening there?
I can define now the color of this specific. Let me go ahead and put the tab on here. Right here. I can define a color, which is going to be which color? This color. There. So that means if I remove this right here, look, even if I remove this portion, right? If I place it into this search icon wrapper, right? If I go here, right there, see? Now this wrapper, look at this. I'm not sure why that went all the way, that just fucked up everything else there.
Because we only defined 3 columns, and now we have 4.
So I go ahead, I can do command right there. So save that. Look at that. You see? Now this icon has that color.
Nice.
How cool is that, huh? How cool is that? That's what happened. Is I define my own style component right there, right? So it's called search icon wrapper, and I said, okay, let's go ahead and make the style component. Make that be what? Make that be a where did I just say it? Where did I do? Where is it? Right there.
It's a bit of a
search icon wrapper, and I say it's a style component with the search icon as kind of like the input. It is almost like inheriting that class. It's inheriting that icon, and then it's redefining the color of the icon. And that's it.
That's cool.
Yeah, but we can cool. Yeah, but we can also, of course, put that inside here. So inside there, let's put that SVG root back into here. So go ahead, David.
Okay, MUI SVG icon dash root.
Yeah.
Color, and you have it on your
let me
Alfred.
Yeah, so let me copy that here. Boom, Command C, and I'll do Command V right here. Okay.
Bang.
Save that. Now every single icon's like that. And look how sick that looks, guys. It looks so good. So good. Hey, so good. So good.
So good.
I got a you do.
There's the music that we listen together. Come on.
All right, keep going. Let's go ahead and do this. We need now a few things we need to fix now. That's going to be which thing. So we need to now fix this specific.
So last but not least, in the header, we will have the icons wrapper on the very right hand side. So for that, we will use display grid once again.
Okay.
And we will have a grid dash template columns. And that will now I'm gonna do something crazy.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So what I will do?
What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? I'm curious.
I'm a lazy guy. Okay. So if I
though.
wanted flexo 1 4 times, I would have to type auto 4 times. But I'm a lazy dude. So what I will say is I'm just gonna say repeat. Oh jeez. Repeat.
What?
4 times auto.
Whoa. Hold on. Hold the
And I'm
phone.
done.
Hold the phone, David. Hold on. Oh shit! Really? Wow. That's cool. Damn. That deserves this right here. Damn.
Let's go. Yeah.
That is what I'm talking about. Holy moly. So this
I'm not gonna like type all these stuff out. Like.
So this is saying
my time is more valuable than that.
No, I mean, are you sure?
I don't have time to just type random stuff.
I can go grid template columns. Repeat for auto means that basically every single column in here, that means here,
I will repeat auto 4 times.
It's gonna be auto for all of these 4. It's gonna be so basically auto. So it's going to basically equally space out all the columns. That is pretty sick. I'm pretty sure that's oh wow. That's pretty cool.
Save it, please.
I'm giving you
and
pointers.
let's take a look.
Saved it. Oh, let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what's up.
Look at that. That's awesome. Okay, let's go. Keep going, David.
All right. Next up, we will once again want to set the colors of those material UI SVG icon root thingies, and we will just gonna give it a. I mean, you know that color.
Yeah, I got the color. I got you. Boom, right there.
Dope.
That's the color. So now that color's back. So you can see now that these are the ones, the colors. So you can see, look how close that looks. Look at that, okay? Now we'll probably add some spacing a little bit later on in a little bit. So that's completely fine. Don't worry about that. But I think the really cool part is the fact that like it's spaced out, it looks good, it's functional, which is the awesome part, right? And one thing to keep track of is you can see how we're putting a class in here inside this style div. So this is almost like kind of like traversing a tree, right? What's going to happen is it's almost like you want to think about this. That hold on, let me show this to you right here. Let me do a brush. So
you just added a B in there. Come on, you're ruining my code.
My bad, bro. Hold on. So we have this icons wrapper right here. Okay. What's going to happen is we're going to target the MUI SVG icon inside this icons wrapper. That's a cool part about components. And so, for example, if I wanted to also like, let's say if I want to target something else, I can say, for example, like, oh no, image. Let's say, for example, to target an image that's within the icons wrapper. You see what I mean? That's how that works. Again, really, really, really useful, right? This is what style components are so good. This is what we can't do inside normal CSS, unfortunately.
In like normal CSS.
Yeah, but in style components, we can, and so we do, because that's how we do, because we're that cool, okay? Cool. All right.
Exactly.
So with that,
I just want to address a few comments in the chat section. So the reason why we have part 1, 2, and 3 is because we are not just going to give you guys the front end. We are actually going to build a fully functional email client that you can send and receive emails with. But in order to actually process all that stuff that we are actually teaching, because there's a lot of new stuff here, in terms of like styled components, we have display grid and all these other stuff. We will just go a little slower. And today is only going to be front end only. But then as we proceed further, we will have more stuff in there.
Exactly. And one other thing, guys, we are at 662 likes. Let's get to 700, guys. Come on, like this video. 700 likes. You got this. Almost 700. Come on. Let's get to 700. We're currently at 664. I know you guys can do it. Come on. Oh, that's awesome. You got to 600. We'll celebrate when we get to 700. Okay?
Whoa, cool. 685.
Holy moly.
Already 692.
689. Come on. Can we get to 700?
I'm not going for
699. Let's do it. Hey! Woo! Guys, this is way too good. This is way too much fun.
Somebody is the biggest fan of yours, Nas.
Let's go. 700. You guys are the best. We love you so much. Okay, next up. Next up, can we add some margin here? I kind of want to add some margin to this specific icon.
I mean, we can. We can pretty much.
I kind of want to.
Yeah,
I want to do that. I kind of want to do that. To do that, let's go ahead for this specific portion. We're gonna say margin left. Let's do margin left of 8 pixels because I just want to add a little bit spacing. Spacing is actually very important in code, just so you know. Because if you look at here, for example, you can see there's spacing in this specific element. This is actual Gmail, and if you look at an actual Gmail, you can see this Gmail. Let me see. Let me show it to you. Has spacing also. It has padding left 6 pixels and padding right even like of 2 pixels, for example. But they are very nice and spaced out, which is a really cool portion that I like. Like you see here, right there. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, cool. So we got, look at that. Even you see how it's spaced out? And they're actually using grid, I'm guessing, right? Are they? They're using grid.
Up?
They're actually using grid, I feel like, no?
I don't know.
I feel like they are. I feel like they're using flex. Never mind. They're just using flex,
I mean,
which is still fine.
At some point, they use flex and then they use grid. Like,
all right.
I don't know.
We got
they
that.
Can't keep
we got that.
consistency.
It looks good. Okay, next up. The next thing we're going to work on, guys, is what?
It is going to be the sidebar.
So
it's going to be the left portion, the very left portion. Yes, right that exact part. Honestly, I haven't ever seen that pause inbox button, so we will just forget about that. But
don't worry about that.
Apart from that, we will have everything.
Yeah. So look. So here's the thing. Now, to create a sidebar, we have to consider not just a sidebar, we have to consider the sidebar and also this right-hand portion and also like this specific portion, right? This specific portion as well, right? So we consider everything.
Exactly.
And now to consider everything, what you have to think about is, okay, well, how do I put it into a component and how do I style it to a way so that it's in grid and columns, right? Think about it. If you had this in a column, right? If you had this in a column right here, yeah, see? Column, what's going to happen is pretty simple. We will go ahead and actually create a component called main, which is going to contain all of these other columns. The sidebar column, the views column, whatever it's called. It's called the inbox column, and then the side icons column. What am I called? So let's create that right away. I'm going to go to app.js. Oh, that's not what I want. Oh, come on.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it. How do I Command P? Oh, there we go. App.js. Okay. Inside the header, we're going to now create a main component like this right there. Okay, create a main component. And of course, now we need to create it inside our file, inside components. So inside components, let's go ahead and do file, new file.
That goes into layout.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I've already added.
Thank you. And then I'm going to type in RFC
welcome.
to create the component. Beautiful. And that is now our component. So we have with the main component right here. And of course, we need to now import that component inside the main. So we're going to do that right now. To do that, all we simply say is we say import main. Let's go ahead and close this out. Main from what? From like this. And we'll say components. Boom. We'll say layout slash what?
Main.
Slash main. No, main.js, just main right there. Okay? And so now we can import that main component. If we go to main.js, let's go and type in CP just to make sure it's all working. Go to React app, boom, right there. You see, now we have CP right there. Just really small, nothing too much, but
cool.
right there.
Cool.
Yeah, awesome. So cool. Now within this, we're going to create what? We're going to create three more components, 3 more columns. Exactly. That's, again, we create this as a wrapper, as a container. Now we're going to create 3 more columns. All right. Now let's go ahead and call this a wrapper. Wrapper right there. Nice. Thank you. Okay. Okay. It says wrapper is not defined again because we're going to add a style component. So we'll say import styled. So import styled from styled components. Components right there. Okay. That way it will give us the ability to do const, for example, wrapper is equal to style.div right there. Boom, right there. See style.div. Okay. Save that. Beautiful.
I just want to
What's up?
plug in something
Yes.
real quick. So guys, I don't know if you've noticed that we actually haven't ever used class name in here.
Yes.
We don't have
yes.
to worry about that
Good point.
anymore, because literally all these style things are local to that specific file that we define them in. So in case you would miss out, or you're not following any naming convention, and you mistakenly give the same class name to two divs, this will never happen again with styled components. So it's super safe, and it makes your life so much easier.
Yes, always. And again, guys, I just kind of want to be serious here. We have a 5-day ReactJS challenge coming up February 22nd, completely free for you, where we're going to be building a Slack clone. Just like how we were building a Gmail clone here, in 5 days, you'll get to learn how to build a Slack clone. You'll get to learn ReactJS, and you'll get to, most importantly, kickstart your career as a ReactJS developer. Free, no questions asked. You'd be stupid not to do it. I mean, not so you'd be stupid. It would be stupid not to do it. Link is below. It's the second link, right? ReactJS challenge. Check it out. Join starting February 22nd. You do not want to miss out. Awesome. So
I just dropped it in the chat too, so
Nice.
it's pretty hard to miss from now on.
So inside the wrapper, as we said, we have one. We're going to create 3 more components. One's going to be the sidebar component, right?
Yep.
Sidebar component. Then we're going to create which component? The emails view component, right?
Yes. Let's go to emails view.
Emails view. Let's go do like this. Emails view component. Okay.
Yes.
And then finally, it's going
and
to
we
be
will have.
the what?
I called it side icons, but if you want to call it like maybe shortcuts or something,
Side
yeah, side icons. That's cool.
Good. Okay. All right.
Good.
You go ahead and now take the drive.
Okay, so what I would do now is I actually went ahead and already created the sidebar.js file, because we still need to do that. And
So right there.
now we also need to create the emails view.js file,
Okay.
as well as the, I think it's showing up. Yep. As well as the, whoa.
What?
I was typing in the wrong place.
Gotcha.
And now we can just we can just say side icons.js. That's going to be another new file. And to make sure that these are actually working, what I will do is just go into each and every single one of those files and just type in RAFCE, and that will
There you
pretty much go ahead and
Beautiful.
create a React Arrow function component. I will repeat that with all these 3 files, which is good. And now I can pretty much go ahead and
Boom,
go
right
back
there.
to main.js, right?
Sir.
And we can, I don't even know where it is. Oh yeah, here it is. And we can just import all of them, okay?
Into main.js.
So yes, that is correct. So
ahead and do that.
I will just grab this and boom.
Right there.
We're cool.
Awesome. Look at that. So we have now emails view. We're importing from the emails view, right? Then we're importing sidebar. Then, and again, and the reason why we have dot slash is because the main component is now within, right? It is now within the layout folder. We don't have to say layout slash or component slash layout. We simply just say, dot slash right there. Dot slash. Okay, awesome.
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
cool. And you can see now everything's
now-
working. Now we don't see anything, of course, but it's okay. That's not an issue.
I mean, what I like to do is just visually show it that we have this sidebar, we have the emails, and I'm just gonna type in random stuff in
Nice.
here, so we can just see that everything is actually in there and it's
Right.
working.
See sidebar.
And we are still waiting for the icons to
Sidebar right
save.
there. Emails view. You can see right there, and here's side icon. So he just simply put those in there. So let's go ahead and save
Yeah.
that. Beautiful. That's the icons.
All right.
Okay, let's go ahead.
Oh, dope. Okay. So everything is showing up. So let's get started with the sidebar.js file. I think that's going to be like, we can just go from left to right.
Let's do it.
And so for that, we're going into sidebar.js. And as we are already kind of used to it, we will get started with a wrapper. Which is going to make our app freak out immediately. So
Again,
we will
the
just say
wrapper's gonna be
const
This portion,
wrapper
guys.
equals
Wrapper's gonna be
styled.
this portion right here. You see, wrapper. That's gonna be the wrapper. Okay, beautiful. Nice,
So we
nice,
will
nice.
go ahead and import styled from styled components.
Nice.
Yes.
Good.
And we can quickly go ahead and define or like declare the wrapper, which is going to be
style.div.
const wrapper. Yes, style.div.
Good.
Exactly.
That's one. Okay, good. Awesome.
Dope.
Okay.
Big
What's up?
fan.
What? What's so funny?
No, I'm just looking at your inbox.
I know. Oh, great stuff, big fan. I don't know how he got the email. I haven't shown the email. That's the crazy part. But anyway, let's keep going.
Who knows? Yeah, and so inside of our wrapper, we will have so first, let's take a look at how it looks like, because on the top, on the left-hand side, we will on the top have the compose button with the pause inbox button. We can actually add that too. Like, I don't know. Let's just
do compose for now. Let's just do compose for now.
Okay. So we will have a compose wrapper because it's so much easier when you have everything in boxes and organized and all that stuff.
Yes.
So first thing first, we will have a compose wrapper. Yes.
Good.
And yeah.
Right there.
Oh.
And that's going to create that, and then inside there we're going to create a compose button. There's just like this. Okay, right here. Okay, nice.
So I will just add in it as a comment for now. So we will actually create the compose button as a completely different.
Nice.
What is that? Component? Yes.
Yes.
And we will also have a side buttons.
Nice.
Buttons,
so these buttons are going to
wrapper.
be these buttons right here. You see how we have these buttons right here? That's going to be
exactly.
And then inside there, we're going to have like an inbox button, a start button, a snooze button, and so forth. But we're going to define those a little bit later on. Okay.
Exactly. That's just exactly. It's just so cool to just figure out like how we will go about it.
Good.
And then down below, like right below it, we will have. I called it a Meet wrapper because it's actually integrates with Google Meet.
Nice.
So we will just have that too.
So the Meet wrapper, the Meet wrapper is going to be this one, guys. You see how we have the Meet right here? That's going to be the Meet wrapper right there. See, I'm kind of, as I'm making these, as he's typing, I'm making these outlines. You can see right here. That's going to be very helpful for you guys to see how this stuff kind of comes together. Okay.
Yes. And then right below that, we will have a Hangouts wrapper.
Right. That's gonna be that's gonna be the last
Hangouts
one.
Stuff.
Yes.
And actually, way down below at the very bottom, we have that.
This one right there.
I called it bottom wrapper.
Bottom wrapper? It's a weird name you got, David. Bottom wrapper. The bottom wrapper.
How would you call it?
Bottom wrapper. The bottom wrapper.
Bottom icons wrapper.
Oh
cool.
My God.
It's cool.
Yes. The bottom wrapper. Yes. It's called the bottom.
I wrapped
wrapper.
the whole bottom of it. Okay.
It's okay. Go to
now,
bottom.
don't save the app because it's going to just go crazy.
Okay.
But what we would do is, once again, I'm a lazy dude, so I'm just gonna copy paste. Like we will have the compose, we will have side buttons,
right there.
Meet, Hangouts, and bottom.
Yeah.
I think it's enough. So I'm just gonna go ahead and then copy paste all these things in here because all of these are actually divs. So we can pretty much do it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
Beautiful.
And let's take a look at what's happening now.
Okay, so let's see. If we go ahead and now save this, okay, let's go to React app. And if we save that, we should pretty much have nothing. Yeah,
yes.
Let's go. We got nothing out of this.
I mean, it's not breaking.
That's how we do. We got. Okay, anyways, let's go.
Okay, cool. So actually, let's go back to main.js because we need to create all those columns. So for that, we will once again use display grid. So actually, remember, like all the sidebar, it emails you, and then the icons are side by side next to each other. So for that, we will use once again display grid.
Nice.
And we will have a grid template columns. And then remember that on in the header we had 270 pixels for the logo and all that
Nice.
left side of portions.
Nice.
So we will do 270 pixels, then auto, and then instead of 170 like we did in the header, we would just use 50 because otherwise it wouldn't make any sense to have such a big shortcut thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Let's keep going. Right there. So this right there. Cool. So this portion right here, guys. Again, this right here. I'm gonna go to the arrow tool. This right here is going to be the 270, right? That's gonna be that one. The auto is gonna be this one, and then the 50p is gonna be the little small part right here. And that's it. You see, we now defined 3 separate columns. That's all we had to do inside display grid. That's the really cool part about this. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, cool. So we got that portion. Okay, let's go ahead and save this up to make sure we got it. Let's go back to, oh, and look at that right there. See, emails auto, you see right there. Emails auto was already put in the center, and the sidebar is already here, and then the icon's already here. Beautiful. It's exactly what we want, right? And we can give them, later on, I can even give them like some kind of a color later on as well, but that's fine. Let's just keep going with what we need to do and focus on the sidebar. Exactly. So for the sidebar, let's take a look at what we will have. So let's actually get started with the compose item. So what we will do is we will just add a new what's that called, component, which we will call compose, and this is where we will need to import a new button. So what we will do is go into the compose folder, create a brand new folder, and we will call it oops, I'm in the wrong folder. So we will need to go into make sure that you go into components, and you want to create a buttons folder. Let's go ahead and do that right there. So inside the components, we're going to create a buttons folder right there. So you can see we have a buttons folder right there. Beautiful. Okay, awesome. And then inside there, we're going to create a compose button, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah. So in just a second, because I actually initialize the button. Okay, now we're cool. So inside of the buttons folder, we will have a compose.js. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. So let's go right click. You will say new file, of course. And so I think that David has done that for us. Not yet. Do you want to do it? I'm just doing compose.js. And we are good on that side. That's the one. Okay, good. And I'm just going to type in REACTJS. Once again, React arrow function export component. Beautiful. Boom. And let's actually import it right away inside of our sidebar. So what we will say is import and then go up a level of folders, and we will, oh geez. Yeah, import compose. I'm a bit faster than, I'm thinking ahead. Way too fast, David. Way too fast. Anyways. Yeah. I'm using Safari, that's why I'm fast. Come on, bro. Sorry, just it made me cracked up. It's funny. So what I would say, I will go up a level of folders, go into buttons, and then inside of there, I will grab the compose component, and it should actually fix things for us. And again, the reason why we're doing this up means because we're calling the sidebar. Remember, the sidebar is where? The sidebar isn't here, okay? So we actually need to go up. We need to go up a level. We need to go up from here, sidebar, back to the components level, right? In here, and then down to the buttons level, right? So this means go up back to the components level. That's what this means. Then we go down to the buttons level, and then we go to the compose button. That's why we're doing that specifically, okay? Okay, let me go ahead and save this just so we have it. Okay, good. Okay, so back to sidebar. Okay, we're cool? We're cool. Alrighty. So next up, what we will do is I just added a compose text into the compose button so we can see that it is actually getting imported. And now what we will do is once again use Material UI, and we will use the add icon from Material UI. That's going to be that little plus sign. Yes, exactly. Yep. Add icon. That's going to be this icon right here, guys. See this add icon? That's the add icon we're talking about. Okay, next up. Next up, because we are using what's that? Styled components, we will name it. We will rename the div wrapper. So we will say import. What's that? Styled from styled
components.
Good.
So that's good on that
Nice.
part, but we need to define it. So we will say const wrapper equals tile dot div backtick.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice.
Cool.
Let's give it the
And we
wrapper.
will add the add icon in here, and we will make the font size of large. We will just pass it in because
Nice.
once again, these icons are at the end of the day, they are
Components.
components as well.
Yes. And they accept. Oh, by the way, we just got 800 likes. Let's go. Let's get to 900, guys. Let's get to 900 likes. Can we get that? I know we can. Come on, let's go. That's sick, man. You guys are awesome. Look, I just say that.
We got that, bro.
Oh man, we can get to 900 likes. I know it. At least 850. At least 850. Trust me, I know it. Anyways, all right, you guys are the best as always. Thank you so much. Woo, nice. So you can see.
What's up? Welcome everybody. I saw a few people. I saw a
Best
few
course
people saying
online.
that it's their
Thank you
first
so much.
stream. So welcome.
Nice. So cool,
Hope you
guys. So
guys
you can see
enjoy
here
it.
we have the compose. We have the compose text, which kind of represents specifically this specific portion. We have the add icon right here, which represents this portion. Now, if we go ahead and save this, you can see that really that doesn't really look good at all, because if I go to here, it's just kind of here. So we need to put that into a button. So how do we do that right now? So to put that into a button, that should be pretty simple, right? Well, the first thing we need to do is we need to define this wrapper, and we need to tell it the width for the add icon and the width for the p tag, right? So to do that, I will say display grid.
Yeah, well, we will say display grid.
Display
obviously.
grid, okay.
We're using display grid today.
Then we'll go to say.
And then we will have a
hold on.
template columns.
Yes, we'll say grid.
Yeah.
We'll say template slash columns.
Yes.
Columns. Okay. And here we'll say
35% and then auto.
35% and auto. Meaning
Yes.
that the add icon is gonna be 35% and the compose is gonna be auto. So you can see that's pretty cool now. Also, we're going to give it a, what should we give it? Should we give it a width, the compose icon? Was there a width for the compose icon or no?
It's going to be auto.
Okay, width is auto. Okay, that's fine. Width is going to be auto. Width is going to be auto.
Yes.
Now, of course, let's now make this really nice style. As you can see here, we have like this box shadow and we have some border radius. So let's actually do this for now. I'm going to say here, I'm going to say background color, just so we have something. Background color. Let's make that orange. I know it's gonna be hideous. Don't worry, just listen up here, right? So background color is gonna be orange. Okay, right. Now of course, I know. I know. But don't worry about this. Okay.
What is this music?
I know. I didn't know what that really was. But now what we're going to do is we will go ahead and, well, for one, let's align them center. So we'll say align items. Line items. We'll say center. Items is equal to centered for everything. Cool. Item center. That you see, center is basically the plus in the compose. Is there a height of this or no? Should we give it a height? No. We actually have padding. So we're going to give padding to this specific portion. Let's go ahead and give some padding to this. We'll say padding. Okay. And we're going to give it 6 pixels top and so forth. So look at this. 6 pixels. Then 32 pixels. And I will explain what that means in a second here. 32 pixels. 6 pixels. And then 8 pixels. So what does this mean? I want you to remember here one simple thing. Something called trouble, right? You're like, holy shit, what does this mean, Nas? Well, don't worry about this. I got you, okay? Whenever you are doing something like, for example, let's say padding, right? Whenever they're doing that, for example, right? I'm like, trouble. Okay, we'll go back to now B. Let's go back to here, freeze. Okay, so let me type in again one more time here. I will say trouble, okay? All right.
That's what you always get into.
Yes, yeah, I know. That's just me. So this right here means T for top, R for right, B for bottom, L for left. So you can see T, 6 pixels, T. You see, 32 is the right, 6 pixels is bottom, 8 is left. This is how we remember these shortcuts. Like, how cool is that? Trouble. Just keep that in mind. Trouble. I get in trouble. You get in trouble, right? And so whenever you do shortcuts, top, right, bottom, left. It's as simple as that, guys. Honestly, and that's pretty cool. I'll say it's pretty
top,
cool.
right, over, under.
Yeah.
Bottom, left, empty.
Yeah, I know. So that right away gives us a border, a padding. So you can see it creates a padding. Next up,
Yeah.
let's go ahead and actually add a border radius to give it a little more concave. So say border radius is going to be, in this case, 50 pixels. Boom, boom. Save that. You see, hey, beautiful. That looks great. Okay. All right, awesome. Then what we're going to do is let's add a box shadow. Now the box shadow is gonna look a little bit like this. Box shadow, and I'm going to copy it from over here because it took us a while to figure this box shadow out. So we'll just do back shadow with this one right there. So look at this. So 0, 1 pixels, 2 pixels, 0, RGBA 60, blah, blah, 64, 67, 0.302, 0, 1 pixels, 3 pixels, 1 pixels, RGBA 60, 64, 67, 0.149. Okay?
I think they
remember
got it.
that. I hope you remember that.
Move on.
Remember that in your head right now. Just you have to memorize it, okay? Just remember that. Remember everything, okay? No, I scrolled this for you, so hopefully you can actually see it when you go ahead and copy this for yourself, okay? Awesome. So that's going to be the box shadow.
You know what? I would just drop it once again in the chat because
Awesome,
it's pretty hard to. Yeah.
Nice.
Dang.
Okay, sweet. So somebody said trouble, a nice way to remember. Yes, exactly, a very nice way. Awesome. So we got that portion. Let's now go ahead and go in the second portion, and that's going to be, I'm going to define now a, what am I going to define? I'm going to define now a cursor. So I'm going to say cursor.
Yes.
Cursor. I'm going to say pointer.
Cursor pointer.
Good. That means that when I hover over something, it will be like a cursor. So you can see here, that's a cursor. That becomes like a cursor. Awesome. Nice. I like that. Okay. All right. Next up, I want to go ahead. I'm not sure. Are you sure it's width auto? Because I feel like the width should be smaller width. No?
It is with auto because we will add the padding afterwards.
Okay. Okay.
Cool, huh?
Okay. One thing I want to do though is for this specific portion for our app, I want to do a few things. I want to change this color to maybe be more grayish, and I want to change the font size here. If I look at the font size, let's go inspect the element here. Okay. This is the original Gmail here. You can see div. Let's go get that here. Compose. Okay. So here's the div. You can see in this div. This is the box shadow, by the way. This is how we got the box shadow. Just so you know, we literally just copied it. Okay. And then the font size is this one. So font size 0.875, letter spacing 0.25. And we will do that exactly here. And the color is going to be this one. So I'm going to say color. Let's go color. Come on. Go to copy this.
Come on.
There we go. I'm going to say color. It's going to be this one. Good.
Yes.
So save that. Next up, I'm going to say font weight. Font weight of this specific thing is going to font weight is going to be 500. Nice. And then we're going to give it, okay, that's pretty good. And then we're going to give it a font size, font dash size. Let's give it what, 0.875?
I don't even see that.
0.875 REM? REM? What? Okay, if we go to Rect app. REM. Okay, so.
Dang.
Did it change the color or
so
no?
Cool. I mean, it probably did, but it's like so close to.
Yeah. Anyways, let's remove this background color orange, which is hideous. Remove that. Don't need that anymore. Hey, that looks pretty good. I will say that looks pretty damn good. That's pretty good. So cool. We got the compose button.
I like it.
And we will go ahead and modify in a second. Now, whenever you hover over, you see how it has like this box shadow whenever you hover over this. You see this right here? Oh, that's not composing anything right now. Now hover over this. To make that work, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do, and this is another cool thing that you have inside style components. You can actually define a hover. So I can say hover, for example, hover right there. I can say hover right there. And then on the hover, all I will say at this point is going to be, we're going to add a, do we change the padding? No, we don't need to change. On the hover, we now simply change the box shadow. So let's think about this. If I hover, if we right click, inspect the element on this one, inspect the element on this one. This is the button right here. See, this is the whole button right here. I'm gonna say for state hover. Okay, so that's not good. That did not work out. Instead, I'm going to say for state hover on this one. Look at that. And so you can see on hover, here's what we have. Look at that right there. Just pay attention to this one. We literally just got this from Google itself. So sorry, Google, we just copied you. I mean, you put it out there for people to see. So there's nothing you can do about that. So look, here's what we'll do. I will literally copy this box shadow that we have right there, this box shadow. And I'm gonna say on the hover, I'm gonna say box shadow, and hopefully you can copy this for them in the comment, for them to put it in the comments. Just
oh yeah, sure.
Okay. And then what's going to happen is that after that one, we're going to also define the background color. So here, background color is going to be this one. So boom. So I'm going to say call background color, background dash color, dash color. This right there, boom, right there, beautiful, awesome, cool. So we have that background color is going to be this one. Next up, let's add a small transition. Look at this transition. It looks fancy as hell. Look at this transition. See this transition? What am I talking about, by the way? The transition I'm talking about is going to be this one right there. Boom. So transition, and this transition I'm going to put it on side in the wrapper itself. So transition. Boom. Look at that.
Dang.
See, and we're transitioning the box shadow. I know, it's cool, right?
Dang, bro.
So cool.
You're getting fancy here.
So fancy, because that's how we do it. We get fancy out here so that you can be fancy with us. Okay? I don't know what kind of accent was that, but anyways. That's a pretty good accent.
8 minutes.
8 minutes?
Yeah.
For what?
10:22.
Oh yeah, thank you. Awesome. So we got that specific portion. Let's go ahead and save this. All right, we'll save that. And now if we go back to our React app, look at that. Boom. Oh, that looks so good. Oh, look at that.
Dang.
That looks so good.
So cool.
So cool.
So good.
All right. In that case, how about
so
you?
Good.
Okay, cool. Now let's go ahead and let's continue on, and you can now take the. Oh, by the way, guys, we have another super chat. Thank you so much. $5.
Whoa.
Hey, let's go. Intel gets it.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you guys so much as always. Thank you so much. You're the best. Cool.
All right.
Let's move on.
I think we actually need to pause if you really have to go, because the next one is going to be a bit of a bigger stuff.
That's fine. Let's go. I'll keep going for a little bit here.
Okay, let's go. Let's keep going. Okay, so going back to the sidebar, what we will do is we will have a crazy stuff. Let's go back to the sidebar now. Yeah, let's do the crazy stuff. So what we would do here is, because once again, I'm a lazy guy.
854 likes. Let's get to 900. Come on. Let's go. I know you guys got this. Come on. 900 likes. Bro. I know you got this. Come on. You guys are the best. That's what I'm trying to say. 854 likes. Can we get to 900? Come on. 854. 857. Come on. 87. We have 863. Okay, good. Keep going. Okay. Keep liking. Come on. 863. 867. Come on, 867. Come on, 871. Hey, 871. Can we get to 900? Come on, 871. Come on, 872. 872. Come on, 874. Okay, well, it's gonna take a while. So, anyways, let's just keep going.
876.
Are we there yet? Are we there?
Yes, I see that.
875. Oh shit, this is good. Come on. Okay, all right, let's keep going.
882. Come on.
Holy shit.
Come on, press
84.
It. Turn it
oh
blue.
My. Oh, let's go. Come on. 84. Woo. 86.
Appreciate your sound needed renovation.
Hey.
Jesus.
Huh?
887. It was going down one.
Come on, 87. Come on, guys. Let's get to 900. Come on, only 13 more. 89. I know you can do it.
Appreciate your sound needed renovation.
Let's go. 890. 891. Come on. 900. When we reach 900, we're gonna move on. Come on. Let's go. 81. Come on. 897. Come on. 897. 900. Let's go. Woo! Let's go. 900. That's what I'm talking about. Woo! That's always so much fun. You guys are the best. That's all I can say to you. Oh my gosh, you guys are the best. 900 likes. That's 908 now. Okay. All right. Take the reins, David Rakowski.
Okay. So let's quickly, in 5 minutes, let's do the following. So what we will do is we will go into the components folder, create a brand new folder, which we will call data, because once again, I'm not going to type out all those icons. Instead, we will use something clever there. So going inside of the data, we will create a file which we will call sidebar
Mm-hmm.
button
Good.
items
Nice.
.js, right?
Nice.
Now this is not going to be a React component because this is just going to contain all the data and all the icons that we have. So first thing first, let's import all the icons that we will need. So we will need the inbox icon from Material UI icons, the star icon, watch later, send, insert, drive, file icon, label icon, and the expand more icons. And what we would do here is basically just create a JSON that we will export right away.
Good. Nice.
So we say export const.
Nice.
And
good.
we will say sidebar button items equals, and this will be an array.
Yeah.
And inside of that array, we will have an icon, right?
Yes.
So the first one is going to be the inbox icon, and we will just close it out. And we will just pretty much throw in those, components, right?
Yeah. And again, guys, the reason why we're doing this kind of stuff is because you see these icons right here. We're not going to about to type this out one by one. We're going to create the data for it right here, and then we're going to import that and loop through every single icon and simply just display it just like this. That's kind of the goal here, just so you know, okay? That's how you want to do. You want to be efficient with your code. Okay?
Exactly.
It's one of the biggest things people see look for when they hire you. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And like everybody is like looking for that. So even when I interviewed for other companies, I was given these kind of stuff. Like, I just had to make code much more optimized.
Yes,
that's
always.
So next up, we will just pretty much place all these stuff here. So we will have the star icon.
Nice.
And I'm actually so glad that they didn't hire me.
Star icon. Then we're going to have the watch later icon or the watch icon.
Yeah, that's good.
See? Then we have the sent icon.
Yeah, so hold
on. That directly maps
later.
To this one. Right there.
Oh boy.
Nice.
It's an icon again. We will have the send icon next up. Insert, drive. Oh boy, that's here. That goes here. Come on, I'm messing it up.
Come on, you got this. Come on. Nice. Send icon. Nice.
We will have the label.
Label icon.
Expand more. Boom. Cool.
Send.
All right. And so watch later icon is going to be the snoozed item. Yeah. And then we will have the drafts.
So if you think about this, right? This is going to define the icon for us, right? So this is going to define the icon when we loop to this. This is going to define the icon, which is going to be here, right? And then the text is just going to be define the text, so which is going to be here, right?
Exactly.
And so when we loop this, all we simply say, we just loop through it, and then we simply display it based on what we get from the data. Pretty simple.
Exactly. And now, like, that's pretty much the data of those icons that we see there. So going back to our sidebar.js file, what we will do is we will do an inline JavaScript because JSX can do it because it's so powerful.
Yes.
And first thing first, we obviously want to go ahead and import the sidebar button icons or items.
Yes. So currently we are currently in sidebar button items, but what we need to do is let's go back to sidebar. Okay. Let's go back to sidebar right here, sidebar.js, and we need to import the data, right? Sidebar buttons data. And we'll do that by simply just going to here. You can see here, when we go ahead and do that, see, sidebar item. So if I go ahead, let me go ahead and close this out. Sidebar items, so we import sidebar buttons items. Oop, no, it's not right. Items from, right? From what? From what? From, you can see here, data, sidebar button items. It's as simple just as that. And again, this right here means we're going up 2 levels, right? So we're going to go up, right, to get the data. It's as simple as that. Okay, cool.
Exactly.
And why are we going up? Because if we look right now, we are currently inside which we're currently where? Where is it?
It should be in
data.
source.
See? Data. So we need to go up to data.
Oh yeah.
Then from data we need to go back to basically no. We need to go up from sidebar. From sidebar, go.
You need to go. No. First, you need to go out from layout. Then you need to go out from components. So
layout.
Now you are in source.
This is one. This is one out. Good.
And then grab it.
Then we go another out to go to components. You see. Now for
Yes.
components, we're going to go into data, right? And that's kind of how that works right there. Then go to data, right?
Yes.
Right there. That's all why we're doing it like that way. Cool.
And now, here comes the cool part. So now what we will do is we will just go ahead and say sidebar button items, and we will just go ahead and map through it, and we will have single items in here, right?
Nice.
And once we have those items, I just want to have a new div, which I will call sidebar button item, right? And in this case, cool.
We need to create
so we will have the sidebar button item.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And for that, I will throw in the item.icon.
Good.
Then add the space and the so item.text.
And again, how does that work out? Because we're going to loop through this array, sidebar button items, which comes from here. You see sidebar button items, okay? So everything is going to be, every single item is going to be an object. You can see here. And then we have icon and text. You see, that's pretty much it. And then we loop through it. When we use it, we're going to say item, wait. We're going to say, right there, we're going to loop through it. I'm going to say, okay, map through or loop through the button items. For every single item, we're going to define a sidebar button item, which David is creating below. And then from that, we're going to use item.icon, just how we defined before, and item.text. Simple, very simple, right? And he just created right here, if you scroll to the bottom, he just created a buttons. Wait, where did you create it? The
47.
Right there.
Line 47.
Sidebar button item. That's pretty much it. And then that's where we can define the actual button we want to use. Okay, let's go. Continue.
Let's take a look at the React app, by the way.
So let's go do this. I'm going to say save this. Okay, let's go to React app.
Yes.
Oh,
And
let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that.
So cool. So cool.
Wait, guys, 929 likes. Can we get to 1,000 likes? I think we can. 929 likes. Can we get to 1,000 likes? I know 100% that we can do that, guys. All right, to 1,000 likes. Come on, we got this.
Dang.
Okay. All right. Next up, what's next, David?
It's 10:33, by the way.
That's
just
fine. Keep going.
Okay. So now what we will do is let's actually go ahead and make sure that these, like so far things are looking good, but we just want to make them look nicer. So first up, we will go into the wrapper and we will say that will have a border right. And we will say it will be 1 pixel solid and it will be light gray.
Nice. Okay.
Light gray, like that. Cool. And we just want to make sure that it actually takes up the whole page. So we will say it will get a height of a 100 view height. Okay.
Nice.
And that will be pretty much what we directly give to the wrapper.
And you can see now we have this right here, this div right here, and it has a border right. And it's pretty simple. And the height of 100 VH just simply means that it will expand to the height of 100 VH. That's pretty much it. That's all it means.
Yeah, that would pretty much just use all the screen.
Yes, correct. That's it. Awesome.
Yeah. And next up, we will go into compose wrapper, and that will use display grid, of course.
Nice.
And we will say place dash items.
The compose wrapper is going to be this one.
And
right
we
here.
will go and say start. What's up?
Okay, this compose wrapper is going to be here, right here, just so you know. So basically start meaning, look at that. That's cool. Nice. I like it. Cool. So that basically right away put it in the start. I love it. Okay, keep going.
And now we will add a little bit of padding.
Nice.
And I want to say that above and below, I want to give it 10 pixels. And on both sides, I want to give it 20 pixels.
So this means right here, this is top and bottom. So this is another shortcut you guys can remember, okay? This right here, if you specify 2 items, this means top and bottom. This means left and right. So think about it, vertical, horizontal, vertical, horizontal, vertical, horizontal. Just keep that in mind, okay? That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Exactly.
VH.
I actually learned that, like, what happens if you fall off a skyscraper, right?
Yeah.
You go top to bottom, and then you lay down.
Okay, I like it. You go top to bottom and you lay down. That is one way to think about this when you fall off a skyscraper. Nice job.
I mean, did I remember it or did I remember it?
Oh, I guess you did. Nice, I like it.
think
So
I did, yeah.
look at that. Our button
All right,
looks
next
pretty
up.
good. It looks very clean. It looks very stylized. I like it. Awesome. Keep going.
All right, so we will pretty much leave out the side buttons wrapper. It's just going to be the one again that we just have, and we're
Yes.
just not going to touch that.
Yes.
So we will move on to sidebar button item.
Mm-hmm.
And for that, we will do a few different things. So we will say it will obviously have display of grid,
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we will say grid template, and it will, yeah, like columns.
Nice.
And we will have a 14%, and then auto is going to be the left, the right hand side. So basically, we will give 14% to the icon, and the rest is going to be filled up with old text.
So that
And
means
now-
that this 14% right here is basically is going to be the icon, and then
Yes.
the auto is going to be, oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, the auto is
Yes.
going to be, gotcha. Okay, cool.
Gotcha. Now, we will use a color of gray in this case for
Okay.
both the icon and the text as well.
Nice, let's do that.
I tried to keep it simple, so I was just like, okay, let's go with gray.
Nice, good.
And by the way, speaking of gray, our student Devin Gray got a job at PayPal. And he is a
Hey.
student of Profit with JavaScript.
Let's go. He's
Listen
sooner probably
down
JavaScript,
below.
guys. Again, link in bio if you guys are interested. Link in bio, PWJ, the best course on the planet for JavaScript to become a JavaScript developer. That's pretty much it. I ain't gotta say nothing else. It's just the best because we did it, we made it, and it's so good.
Exactly.
Link in
Yeah.
bio.
All right. It was like an LTT.
Yeah.
LTT plugin. Okay.
Yeah.
So we would say padding 5 pixel, and then we will give it a 25 pixel. So 5 pixel above and below, and 25 on both sides. And it would just make that spacing look so much nicer.
Let's
And I
put
think if
padding
you
in here.
refresh or
Padding.
save,
No,
it will
padding.
actually
right
apply.
there. Hey, look how beautiful that looks. Oh my god, that looks so sexy. Woo! Let's go! Woo! Ah, that's
Dang.
good. Awesome. And so that, my friend, is the sidebar item component. Now, is that pretty much it for the sidebar? Just so I know, right? Is that pretty much
Not
it?
yet.
Let's do
Not
a
yet.
hover. Let's do a hover
We
stick
will
for
have-
this one.
We have 2 more little things just for these icons.
Let's do it.
So one of them is going to be invisible for a little, but
Mm-hmm.
we will say we will give it a border radius.
Okay.
And, guys, you have to trust
And the
me on
reason,
this.
well, here's the thing. The reason why we do that is because when we go hover over this, you see, look at this. You can keep typing. When we hover this, see how it has this border radius on the right hand side. You see that right there? That's why, because when we hover over this, and we need to add a border radius to it. It's just simple as that. Okay.
Exactly. And yeah, so what happens is we will give it a border radius of 0, 100 pixel, 100 pixel, and 0 again.
Nice.
And it's going from corner to corner, top left, top right, bottom right,
Beautiful.
and then bottom left. And then we will give a, in case we hover over it, we will go ahead and say background color. And that is going to be a hashtag F5, F7, F7. And that's like a little grayish something. And if you go ahead and save it, I think it should show up.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and save that. Let me see. Save that.
Yep.
Okay. So oh, look at that. Oh, that looks so
That
good.
nice
Look at
little
this,
touch.
guys.
Those
Look
little details make all the
Right?
difference.
Let's add a
right?
cursor pointer. Let's add a cursor pointer. So that way, when we go ahead and actually hover over this, it becomes pointer. Cursor. Gonna be pointer now. Pointer. Boom, right there. All right. Let's go ahead and refresh that. Okay. Oh, that looks so good. Look at that. Maybe let's add should we add a small margin to it? Just so that, because like you can see here, it doesn't touch, it has like a margin to, you see it doesn't touch this right hand portion. So let's do a
okay.
margin right. Margin right.
And like 2 pixels?
Let's do a margin right.
That
Now
seems
let's we go about 8. So let's go 4 pixels first. Let's go for 4.
Jeez.
Okay. Let's do
You
8.
say big
Let's do-
numbers here.
Let's do 8 pixels now. 8 pixels. Okay. 8 pixels. 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 Oh, that looks so good, you guys. Look at
Dang,
that.
so good.
That is what I'm
I
talking
will
about.
actually.
By the way, guys, just to let you
I
know,
will
guys,
actually use
we are at 964 likes. Let's get to 1,000. Guys, 1,000 likes. How cool would that be? That shows that you appreciate us. Okay, that tells the YouTube algorithm that we're bringing so much value, that we're bringing so much value to you guys, and it always, always makes us warm at heart, because that means you liked it. No, unfortunately, we can't directly talk to you, but we can know based on like what you like and don't like, right? So really appreciate if you guys like that. Let's get 1,000 to get to 1,000 likes. Let's get to, we're 973. I know we can get there. 1,000 likes, guys. Come on, because we're about to finish it up. We're about to finish up this right here live call again. Just so you know, guys, this is split up into three sections. Okay, this is going to be the first section of this Gmail clone. Come back next week. We're going to finish the next section of the Gmail clone, which is adding more functionality and then finishing up this specific portion right here, which is finishing up the style of these specific portions. Okay, we're going to finish up this style. So come back next time, right? Next week we will gonna schedule this in the YouTube live call, and we'll see you. Really quickly, a few things. Again, we are doing a 5-day JS challenge, ReactJS challenge, where we'll be building a Slack clone. The cool part is you will learn ReactJS. But here's another cool part. Guess what? The winner, we will have 3 winners for this challenge, okay? First place winner is going to win a $10,000 bootcamp that we just started at Clever Programmer. A $10,000. That's how much our bootcamp costs. I'm not kidding. The best bootcamp out there, a best coding bootcamp that will take you from 0 to becoming a full-stack developer in 7 months. How sick is that, David? That is what I'm talking about, right?
Can I participate and win?
No, you
Maybe?
can't. Sorry,
Please?
you can't. Bye bye. So that is the first place prize winner. The second place prize winner is going to be able to get all of our courses complete for free, and the third place is going to get PWJ complete for free, right, in this challenge. Again, to win in this challenge, right, click the link below, join ReactJS challenge. Do not want to miss this out. It's starting from February 22nd through February 26th. It's going to be awesome. Me and Daniel Cipher are going to be hosting this one. It's going to be a lot of fun. 5 days. You'll get to learn how to build a Slack clone, put in your portfolio, and of course, you will get to learn how to become a ReactJS developer, how to become a 6-figure developer. Other than that, that is pretty much it, guys. Are we at 1,000 likes? 934 likes. Let's go. Just 6 more. I know we can do it. I know. Just 6 more, guys. Come on. Just 6 more. 6 more. We only have, 5 more. 5 more? Let's go. 5 more? Can we get to...
Appreciate the sound, need to bring
Let's
innovation.
go. 1,000 likes. Hey. You guys are the best. Woo. Alright, have fun. Hey. Woo. Now, guys, that is pretty much
If you
it.
want another free training just like this, make sure to check out the links down below, because we have a free training down there next to the join PWJ link. And you also don't want to miss out on joining the ReactJS challenge either. So make sure to go through all the links. And also, the last but not least, we have a Google Forms link directing you to a form, and you can just request us to build whatever you want.
Cool. Awesome, guys.
Awesome.
At that point, that's pretty much it. I had one more thing I wanted to say to you guys, which was, I forgot what it was. It was something along the lines of like, okay, we'll have PWJ, we have this, we have this. Oh, yes. I think the fact that we're going to go live next week. There's one more thing I forgot to say. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I'm forgetting something to tell you guys. Forgetting one thing to tell you.
That they are amazing.
That you guys are amazing. Of course. But the fact that we have the challenge, PWJs are down there. I think, gosh, that was one thing. Dang it, David.
Come on. Why is it my problem? Hey.
Because I was about to say, and you know, I was about to say, and
How
Anyways,
much is the minimum earning for React.js developer? Most of them earn at least 80K a year.
80K or more. 80K or more, guys. 80K or more.
Or
So,
more,
guys,
yeah.
if you
That's
want us
like-
to
that's
do
like
more
the
stuff
bare
like this, let us know in the comments below if you would like us to do more stuff like this, of course, right? Again, we're going to split now. As we are doing clones, we are splitting them into multiple videos because they are long, right? We want you to build crazy functionality clone. That's really the really cool part about this, all right? That's pretty much it, honestly, guys. That's it, guys. In that case, thank you so much for watching. We'll be back next week with the Gmail clone part 2, right? So of course, and also let's go ahead and follow us on Instagram, Naz Dumansky, David. I'm not sure where that is. David at his Instagram. We post a lot of stuff there too as well.
Come on.
But David Rakosi. All right, guys. In that case, love you all. Thank you so much. Have yourself a great day, and we will see you when? In the next video. Let's go. Woo! What did I have to say? I forgot I had to just say something. Anyways. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.